So now
સર
we'll
આ બાકી હતું કદાચ
no, we have studied, I think so. That's
ના તો તમે કીધું તો મોટી પ્રોસેસ છે બહુ.
yes. So that's why I'm starting from the PCR, polymerase chain reaction. This polymerase chain reaction, it was discovered by Mr. Kerry Mullis in 1985. Actually, this word says a lot. PCR. You may be aware about this word. Where you have heard this word PCR at? In case of corona, have you heard this word?
હા
PCR.
સર
Yes. So what is the meaning of PCR? P stands for polymerase. C stands for chain. R stands for reaction. Polymerase chain reaction. That means it involves a so many chain reaction with help of a polymerase enzyme. It's necessary to synthesize of multiple copy of the genes of interest, especially in vitro condition. What is the meaning of in vitro?
ઇન ટેસ્ટ ટ્યુબ
In a test tube or outside the body, or we can say in laboratory. Barabar na? So here we have to synthesize so many copy of the desired gene in a laboratory. So this procedure PCR is mainly divided into 3 steps. Among these 3 steps, first step is denaturation. Denaturation, that means whatsoever your desired DNA be there, it should be denatured. Denatured, that means whatsoever double stranded DNA is there, we have to convert into the single strand. So DNA is the hydrogen bond between nucleotides. So first of all, we should break down this hydrogen bond and separate the both double helical strand into individual. So this in this denaturation procedures, the target DNA is hit at high temperature. High temperature, that means average 95 degree Celsius temperatures. Okay, so usually 94 to 96 degrees Celsius and average 95 degrees Celsius. So whenever we are providing 95 degrees Celsius to this DNA, both this strand will be separate. Okay, so because of the high temperature, the hydrogen bonds will break down and two strands will be separate. Now each single strand of the target DNA act as a template for the synthesizing of the new DNA. Question arises that at where this denaturation occurs, inside the test tube, or it requires any special machinery or what. So this all PCR procedure require a machinery that is known as the thermal cycler machine. That's we will study later on video. So the first step for this PCR, that is the denaturation, in which desired DNA will be break down into two individual strands with help of the 95 degrees Celsius temperature. At high temperature, hydrogen bond will break down and both strands will be separate. The second step, that is the primer annealing. The primer annealing means whenever we are performing this PCR procedure, we are adding a primer, targeted DNA, and nucleotide in a test tube. And this test tube we are putting inside the thermal cycler machine. Okay, so whatsoever primer we are adding, this primer now bind with the targeted DNA, and that is called primer annealing. So the two sets of the primer. What is primer? So primer are small chemical synthesized oligonucleotide, approximately 23 to 25 nucleotide, that are complementary to the region of the DNA. These primers undergo biochemical process of the annealing at an optimum temperature of 40 to 65 degrees Celsius temperature. Right? So here this primer whatsoever we have adding inside this test tube, now this primer attached to the separated DNA strand. Now third step in PCR, there is extension. This extension will occur with help of the polymerase enzyme whose name there is the TAC DNA polymerase enzymes. Here TAC is an organism name, T for the thermus aquatics. So this TAC thermus aquatics bacteria, it's the thermophile bacteria which can survive at high temperature. So an enzyme which taken from this thermus aquatics bacteria also maintain and they react at high temperature. So these polymerase enzymes now necessary to synthesize the new DNA strand where the polymerase where this primers bind. So the extension is the final step where the TAC polymerase DNA enzyme which bind with this primer and synthesize the new DNA strand between the primer using DNTPs. DNTPs means deoxynucleotide triphosphatase and magnesium ion. Here we have also adding nucleotides like adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine nucleotide inside this test tube. So all these one by one nucleotides attached to the separated DNA strand with help of this TAC DNA polymerase enzyme. It means that the primers are extended toward each other, so the DNA segment lying between the two primer is copied. So here whenever the primer are attached, now in third procedure extension, new DNA strand will be synthesized. Right? So for this procedure, optimum temperature that is 72 degrees Celsius. So in this way, the extension product of the one cycle can serve as a template for the next cycle. As a result, from a single template, essentially is possible to generate 2 n number of molecule after the n number of cycle. बराबर? तो one by one cycle है हम करते जाएंगे. So same that way, if cycle will be continue up to the 30 times, it makes approximate 1 billion number of copies. Like this, if you are giving me a twice number of rupees per day, I will give you one building like that. Why? Because today you are giving me 1 rupees, next day 2 rupees, very next day 4 rupees, then 8 rupees, like that. So let's see one video in which you can easily find out that what happens during this polymerase chain reaction. Right? So let's see polymerase chain reaction. Where is it? Yes. See, polymerase chain reaction. Here, this technique is necessary for the separation of DNA segment and making a multiple number of DNA. From this sample, you are separating DNA. From DNA, targeted DNA, you have to multiply. At that time, you are doing the PCR, polymerase chain reaction, and this DNA will be utilized for the genetic characterization. For that, a machinery is required that is known as a thermal cycler. This thermal cycler working at different temperature. First of all, you have to take on necessary DNA, primers, and nucleotides, and polymerase enzyme, that is TAC polymerase enzymes. All these things you have to kept in a test tube. Now that sample adding into this thermal cycler machine. Thermal cycler machine will be start to working. Okay. Here one cycle is divided into 3 steps. And whatsoever number of you want to target DNA, according to that you have to decide the number of cycles. In first step, first of all, denaturation of DNA occurs, in which the double strands will be break down at high temperature 95 degrees Celsius, separated into ones. Now, primer will be bind with this both separated DNA. Barabar? See, this primer, this is the second step, annealings, which occurs at 55 to 65 degrees Celsius temperature, where primer bind to the target DNA. Now, Taq polymerase enzymes bind with each primers, and according to the nucleotides, different nucleotide will be attached. You can see that this is called extension, which occurs at 72 degrees Celsius temperature. Once this extension procedure will be over, the cycle will be complete. After that, new cycle will be start. That is the second cycle. Further, whatsoever two DNA form, they further denatures. Further primer will be attached with them, annealings, then Taq polymerase start to extend. So in this way, from 2 to 4. Afterwards, the third cycle will be occurs. Okay. So from this third cycle, same procedure occurs. Denaturation of the each DNA, then annealing, the primer will be bind with each one, then extension. So here you can see that, so after each cycles, that's the DNA becomes doubling. Okay. Now further cycle 4, so 8 to 16 like that. This is the target DNA, and in this way, whatever number of cycle will be continued, at that number of the DNA you are getting. Then you have to separate it. Yes.
Cycles are continued.
That's you have to decide how many cycle you have to perform. बराबर, आपको कितना DNA चाहिए, उसके मुताबिक मोस्टली हम जब ये प्रोसीजर करते थे तब 30 साइकिल 35 साइकिल जितना करते थे, बराबर। तो इतने साइकिल करोगे तो आपको 1 बिलियन से ज्यादा टारगेटेड डीएनए आपको मिल जाएगी। इसमें आपको दो टाइप के डीएनए मिलेगी, एक तो टारगेटेड डीएनए मिलेगी, उसके अलावा वेरिएबल लेंथ फ्रेगमेंट भी मिलेगी। लेकिन आपको इनमें से कौन चाहिए? टारगेटेड डीएनए।
टारगेटेड डीएनए,
बराबर। तो देखो 4 साइकिल के बाद 8 टारगेटेड डीएनए मिलेंगे और 8 है अलग अलग स्ट्रैंड मिलेगी, बराबर। ऐसे ही साइकिल बढ़ाते जाओगे यू विल गेट सो मेनी डिफरेंट टारगेटेड डीएनए, बराबर। आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पर साइकिल बढ़ रही है, यहाँ पर टारगेटेड डीएनए के नंबर बढ़ रहे हैं, बराबर है। तो अलग अलग साइकिल पे 30 साइकिल करोगे तो टारगेटेड डीएनए आपको कितने मिलेंगे आप देख सकते हो। ओके, तो 1 बिलियन
प्लस।
ओके, तो 1 बिलियन प्लस टारगेटेड डीएनए आप 13 साइकिल से मिल सकते हैं। फिर इसको जेल इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस करके एक्सट्रैक्ट कर लो और फिर उसका आप यूज कर सकते हो। सो इन दिस वे this polymerase chain reaction is very necessary to extract out the desired DNA. Okay, any problem in this procedure? आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पर आपका 30 cycles you are getting more than 1 billion. Ready? Now question arises that what's the use of recombinant this polymerase chain reaction? So the application of polymerase chain reactions, it will be helpful to diagnose the pathogens. Means whenever any virus, bacteria enters into your body, it's less in number, so you can't detect that's how many numbers are there, or it either it is present or not. But by this procedure you are increase that the number of DNA, and then you are easily identify this particular pathogens is there or not. In this way, for the diagnosis of pathogens, this is necessary. Second one, the diagnosis of the specific mutation. That means either proper DNA synthesis occurs or not. That you can easily find out. Then in a DNA fingerprintings, it's also very necessary that the number of DNA whatsoever you are getting, it's if it does not enough, then first of all you have to perform PCR, then perform the DNA fingerprintings. Then to detect the specific microorganisms, it's also very necessary. And to prenatal diagnosis, prenatal means before the delivery of child, so it's useful to detect any genetic disorder will be present in fetus or not. Okay, so before the birth of the child, if you detect that any genetic disorder which is very harmful or lethal for the child, then you can recommend it for the abortion. That's why the genetic disease detection, it is very necessary. If this genetic disease is not curable, then you may help, or you may advise them to abort that particular child. As well as it's also necessary in a diagnosis of the plant pathogens and in a gene therapy. So in this way, polymerase chain reaction has so many good application, and that's why this procedure has a lots of role. Now, after the PCR, you are getting the enough number of the targeted DNA. Then the fourth step for this recombinant DNA technology, that is the preparation and insertion of recombinant DNA into the host cell. That we have already studied that there are different techniques by which we can insert the recombinant DNA into the host cell. Here, vector DNA like plasmid DNA and our desired DNA, that is foreign DNA, are cut by the same restriction to nuclease enzymes and make a complementary sticky end, that is called restriction digestion. Both of them are joined with help of the DNA ligase enzymes, and whatsoever DNA will form, that is known as recombinant DNA, or we can say chimera DNA. Remember, once this recombinant DNA form, then we are adding this recombinant DNA into the desired host organism. So recipient cells, after making them competent to receive, take up the DNA present in surrounding. If the recombinant DNA having gene for the antibiotic resistance is transferred into the E. coli cell, the host cell become transferred into the ampicillin resistance cell. हमने आगे देखा था, ख्याल हो तो ये पूरा का पूरा कॉम्पिटिटेंट होस्ट, शायद आपको याद हो वो ये कॉम्पिटिटेंट होस्ट वाला, बराबर। तो ये कॉम्पिटिटेंट होस्ट मतलब कि हमारा डिजायर्ड डीएनए हम जिस ऑर्गेनिज्म के अंदर ऐड कर रहे हैं वो पूरी की पूरी प्रोसीजर, बराबर। तो वही प्रोसीजर यहाँ पर होगी। देन दिस transfer cell will grow on an agar plate containing ampicillin, while untransformed recipient cell will be dead. Since due to the ampicillin resistance genes, one is able to select the transfer cell in the presence of ampicillin, and then ampicillin resistance cells is called selectable marker. हमने PBR 322 में देखा था कि भाई टेट्रासाइक्लिन रेजिस्टेंस जीन्स और एम्पिसिलिन रेजिस्टेंस जीन्स वाले दो पार्ट थे। उसमें से हमने टेट्रासाइक्लिन रेजिस्टेंस वाला जीन था उसको रिस्ट्रिक्शन एंडोन्यूक्लियोटाइड से एंडोन्यूक्लियोटाइडेज एंजाइम से कट किया था, वहां पर डिजायर्ड डीएनए ऐड किया था। देन इट्स ओनली ग्रो इन ए एम्पिसिलिन मीडियम, बराबर। सो हियर एम्पिसिलिन रेजिस्टेंस जीन इज नोन एज selectable marker for the recombinant DNA. Now, a marker gene whose phenotypic expression can be monitored and thus report about activity or change in advance of this effect of modification is called reporter gene. तो ये पूरा का पूरा फिर स्टेप किया जाएगा। उसके बाद जब एक बार ये ऑर्गेनिज्म के अंदर एंट्री कर देता है, then fifth step, that is to obtain the foreign gene product. बाद में आपको जो आपकी डिजायर प्रोडक्ट चाहिए उसको आप प्रोडक्शन करना स्टार्ट कर दोगे। सो देयर इज अ नीड फॉर द रिकॉम्बिनेंट डीएनए टू बी एक्सप्रेस, है ना। आपने रिकॉम्बिनेंट डीएनए बना तो लिया, बट नाउ इट हैज टू वर्क एंड टू प्रोड्यूस आवर डिजायरेबल प्रोडक्ट। सो foreign genes, that means desired genes, gets expressed under appropriate conditions, and after having cloned the genes of the interest, having optimized the conditions and include the expression of the target protein, right? Once this recombinant DNA enters into the host organisms, now this recombinant DNA start to multiply itself, and as these genes multiply, it's synthesize the mRNA. According to the mRNA, the targeted protein start to synthesize. So one has to consider producing it on a large scale. If any protein encoding gene is expressed in a heterogeneous host, it is known as a recombinant protein. तो अगर आपको किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म के अंदर ये प्रोड्यूस करना है, तो आप अगर ऑर्गेनिज्म के अंदर प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो तो वो